respectively the founder and coordinator of Guns for Grants, a nonprofit that offers college grants to attend Brooklyn's St. Francis College to teens who surrender firearms. The mayor seemed excited about the idea, said Little John, who hopes the initiative could become a model for future city legislation. Oh, also, Fivio Foreign was there. He's probably the biggest name.
Fivio actually showed up?
Yep.
I didn't know that you could get him. Hey, Eric does have a little swag.
See,
That's a big rapper.
This is classic Eric Adams. So you've got, a perceived and real rising crime, no ability to do anything about it. So you blame rappers and then use it as a pretext to meet famous people.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
He's just having such a good time.
You know what? This is so much like something Trump would do.
Oh yeah. No, he was always freeing those guys. He was always about freeing oppressed rappers.
Well, no, I mean, not just the fact that he's meeting with rappers, but like Trump's favorite thing to do was to he was like a fictional depiction of a president in that he would talk about an issue and then get every famous person associated with the issue to come meet with him.
Yeah.
To make it look like he's doing something, which is honestly pretty smart idea for an chief executive to do, I think.
No,
just image-wise.
He is the innovator. He's the guy who came on the scene once traditional politics broke up and was just making it up as he went along, guided only by his ego. And what do you know it? If you're famous, that's all it takes.
I mean, look, the fact that he came that close to being reelected.
Yeah.
Look, there's some lessons to take from the man.
He got more votes than he did the first time.
Yeah, after all that, after probably the worst, in the past 40 or 50 years, probably the worst final year of his presidency.
Oh God,
during an election year possible. He came that close, man. That is Eric Adams. He is really, I think, the only guy on deck.
Yeah,
for the president.
He's the only guy
for Democrats.
Celebrity too, which I think is probably what they I think that's what they have to do, honestly. It's celebs or it's Eric Adams. You got nobody else. There are no other national figures on the Democratic Party that are known as anything other than fucking punching bags and heels that people want to throw fucking fruit at.
Yeah, the thing is, the celebrities that Democrats would pick, it would be someone that is, by all definitions, undisputably a celebrity, but just does not have anything that gets people excited. It would be like John Legend. Is who they would get.
My money's still on Oprah.
I mean, then maybe could see him getting something done there.
I think she could peel off some Q moms. Honestly, I do.
Eric Adams. I'm not saying I want him to be president or same tact as I take in all this stuff. Hey, that's this is your guys' business. You guys figure it out. Yeah. But if I'm in the DNC. If I'm James Carville or someone, I'm like, this is the only guy who can win the presidency.
Because he's the only guy who is having a good time.
Yeah.
He went to a Russian bath and he's like, ooh, I'm going to come back and treat myself.
Yeah. That's it, Matt. That's a great point that he seems like he's having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see?
It's like he ran for mayor so that he could skip the line at Katz's.
Yeah,
so that he could have all the premium New York experiences without having to wait. He can go see he can go see the Statue of Liberty without having to wait for the boat.
Yeah, that's okay. That's exactly the type of person Eric Adams is he's like a native New Yorker who's lived there 60 years and probably still goes to the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
at least once a month.
He lives in New Jersey, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
he's a bridge and tunnel all the way.
Speaking of Eric Adams having fun. Did you guys see the clip on his Twitter account of him sliding down the fire pole in a firehouse?
Just having a good time.
And he says in his first term as mayor, he wants to slide down every pole at every firehouse in New York City.
Oh, that's so awesome!
And you go, hey, I've never slid down a fire pole.
Who wouldn't want to slide down every pole?
It's awesome.
In the New York City Fire Department. Who wouldn't want to do that? The only way you can do it is if you become mayor.
I talked to my brother-in-law about that. I'm gonna have a fire pole experience. I'm gonna have a fire pole experience, and then I'm gonna have a fireman dick measuring experience.
I don't think I would need to go to every one in the city because I think it honestly would get a little old. But I would.
You get one.
I would want to go to the Ghostbusters firehouse and go down that pole.
Yes.
Okay. I think that as a mayor, he's going to do terrible job.
Oh yeah.
I think that like there is at least a 45% chance that Eric Adams goes to prison for some like weird financial crime.
Yeah, he
Not
is like
out, yeah.
he's way deep in a lot of shit.
I don't even think he would go there. I don't think he would get jammed up for even like a complex corruption scheme, like the types of which you usually see, like pension stuff or kickbacks. I think purely just out. He's like that type of guy. But if that doesn't happen, hey, maybe even if it does, you know, it's a new
Honestly,
world out
yeah.
there.
Like who cares? At this point, who fucking cares what the fucking what the hall monitor has to say about a guy who is vibing?
Yeah, this is Democrats. This is your next president.
Yeah, it's like as Karl Rove said, you know, you guys report about the world, but and the vibe, but we make the vibe.
Yeah. What name the there's no other Democrat that seems like they're ever having fun.
No.
Only gruesome Gavin, and it's like you
But the
gruesome
fun
Gavin.
wait, the fun gruesome Gavin is having is hateful to any like normal
Exactly,
person who
yeah.
sees it.
Right.
It's like yeah, like Patrick Bateman with the prostitutes. It's not anything any observer is going to be charmed by. But like going down a fucking fire pole,
Whereas you
adorable.
see Eric Adams when he's like up at six in the morning going to his favorite fruit stand and saying, "Only in New York, baby. This is New York."
Yeah.
Buy some fruit on the street. It's great. Sliding down a fire pole, insulting drill rappers and threatening to ban their music, and then getting to hang out with Fivio Foreign.
He takes like I follow him on all platforms. It's great because like every day it seems like he's sort of like treated less like a mayor and more like a dying child.
Yeah, he's that kid.
Yeah, like they're like, oh hey, okay, Eric, we're gonna like let you pick out good to go to the candy store and like pick out your favorite thing. Okay, Eric, you can go down the fire pole. We're gonna let you drive around a go kart. But it just like I genuinely believe like he's a liar in many ways, including lying about being vegan. He's not lying about having fun.
Nope.
No, you can't fake that. You can't fake his infectious smile. And I gotta say, Eric Adams' team, Eric Adams yourself, if you're listening to the show, you have got to go to that Russian baths. It's a
Yep.
wonderful experience.
Give
It's
yourself a little
great.
treat.
Just have a fucking soak, have a schwitz, and I would like to see video on your Twitter profile of you getting like wet, beaten with those palm fronds, just
Mhm.
two big hairy Russian guys just like whack the shit out of you with those big fucking branches and leaves, and then
And if you
he'll be
have
loving
any
it. You'll be
opinions
loving it.
on penis sizes of different ethnic groups, we would love to hear.
Just closing out the Eric Adams thing, just as a contrast between New York and Chicago, and Eric Adams, and a person I regard as one of the worst mayors in American history, if not one of the worst human beings America's ever produced. Just at the end here, it says in Chicago throughout the 2010s, the violence coupled with the visibility of drill artists created a level of panic in the city for local politicians, said Evans. The city under Rahm Emanuel's mayorship tried to stamp out drill music, strong arming venues into dropping drill performances, and even setting up a police division to surveil drill artists. Efforts that Mayor Eric Adams should regard with caution, he said. In Bleasy's view, the music isn't the cause of violence, but in many cases, an escape from it. We're all in poverty, so nobody has opportunities. The pandemic hit, everyone feels left out. In these projects, these houses of people all bunched up to four corners. Everything's segregated off. We already feel like we have no outlets and no way out, so our only hope is the music. And that closed out the Guardian article. I think it's a yeah. That's a good thought to close with.
Yeah.
No, that is a very good way to put drill. Well, one of my favorite genres to listen to. A very I don't know. Yeah, you can pick up a lot about in America that most people never think or see or want to think about through drill, and a great genre of music. But oh yeah, that Rahm Emanuel thing took me back. There was about like 5 or 6 years where Chief Keef literally could not go back to Chicago because cops were using like old warrants for shit, and they were just going to arrest him on sight if he came back in. It was an Emmanuel thing, but I don't think you know. I think Eric Adams is more likely to intercept Chief Keef's flight so he can take a smiling picture with him.
Yep. And what's more fun? What's more fun to observe? It's not a
I'll
contest.
just close with the god, the sage, probably one of the most clearest thinking and self-actualized individuals of our time. Ice-T said it, almost 20 years ago. He says, "Gangster rap got mass appeal. Little white boys in the burbs got heat. A ghetto is a ghetto, and a street is a street. Eliminate the poverty disease, and we'll start rapping about birds and trees."
I don't know. That kind of sounds like it'd be bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously the country and people's lives would be better, but
Yeah, but I mean, come on. What are we really here for?
What if
Entertainment.
what if a guy rapped about Boba Fett?
Oh
Stuff
man,
like that.
his backpack has got jets.
Ooh.
I'm a devious degenerate defender of the devil, shoving all the trash compactors on the detention level.
Pretty good. Dirk and Lil Baby had a concert here in New York this year, but I was gone. It was in October. Would love to go to that. Doesn't really have anything to do with it. I mean, Dirk is a drill artist, but his music has expanded to many different types since then. Oh, I just wish I did that. But I was there at the time. But I think if I went again, I could go with Eric Adams.
Yeah, absolutely. Just vibes.
Man, yeah, that's it. That is their only hope.
Yep.
When they bring Kamala out there, like,
Ooh.
okay, so Biden or Ron Klein or Jill or whoever is making this decision, they have absolutely made the affirmative choice that they are going to give Kamala the job of like the bearer of bad news and to fuck up so bad that people only talk about what she did. Like, if gas goes to like $12 a gallon, they're going to send Kamala out to do a photo op at a gas station and talk about it. Absolutely. But for the Kamala positive people out there, one thing they have to face up: when Americans see Kamala Harris, they have the same reaction, which is, what the fuck is that? Like, what emotion is this person trying to portray? What type of person are you? Like, what attitude are you? Are you angry? Are you scared? Are you like Tulsi Gabbard has a little bit of that, but if you watch Tulsi long enough, you're like, oh, she just has severe social anxiety.
Yeah.
She's just a weird woman. Kamala is like not like has unperson aspects.
Every
Eric
Kamala
Adams.
Harris, no, he's human.
People know what that is.
Every Kamala Harris press conference or photo op is guarantees to display at least one sound or facial expression that you have never seen or heard before in your life.
Yeah.
she's a little bit like the political version of Tom Hardy's accent in Venom. You never know where it's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aches and pains. Don't come. Hey, Hondurans, don't come here.
You remember when she like tried to make a catchphrase out of banning Trump from Twitter during the debate? It
Dude needs to go.
Dude's gotta go.
He's gotta go.
Even Liz Warren, like the queen of forced weird positions that only exist on Twitter.
Yeah.
Even she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Oh, I do like something you do have to commit with Kamala is there's a small but very dedicated group of people that like
she has her Sardo card, that's for sure.
I equate that to every guy in Iraq or Syria or something in some village who's declared himself the Mahdi, and he's got a few dozen people who are riding with him. May not be a lot, but they're riding.
Well, yeah, because like all of these post-Obama Democrats who they've been trying to foist on us, like because all of the broad appeal that undergirded the Obama phenomenon is now gone. Like you can't really appeal to an ethnic group the same way because of the cynicism of the Obama campaign presidency. You certainly can't even depend on like the historic Democratic association with like the working class. All they can do is represent themselves, which means that most people are going to receive them very coldly, except for dead-eyed, narcissistic, hyper ambitious psychos who over-identify with them and say, "That's me."
Yeah. We've spent a lot of time talking about like women who get kicked
Dick
out
size.
of everywhere, get dick size, but like Politically, we've talked a lot about the rising force of women who get kicked out of everywhere, and then the Democratic equivalent, which I hope they really go with. The woman who says they're going to kill themselves all the time. Abby Broyles, who a Broyles Adams ticket is.
Oh
by the
God,
way,
that's the one.
yeah, but
oh God,
but
Oh,
yeah,
my
that's the one. But I think the reason Kamala has like a small but very dedicated group of followers is she represents a smaller but nonetheless very recognizable category of the weirdest woman at your job.
Yeah. and when they see her being weird and off-putting, they identify with that.
Yeah. Well, it takes all kinds to paint the rich tapestry of America.
Indeed.
And Eric Adams, maybe get a feature on the next Vivio track. Think how much fun that would be.
I think he would do it. I could see the thing. Okay, here's your test. So, say someone if you are a Democrat out there, say someone you want to be president, someone you think would be good. You're like, oh, I think if they really got out there, people would like them. Try picturing them with 5 different celebrities.
Yeah.
Try to picture like Eric Swalwell meeting Ariana Grande.
Right. Like backstage at the VMAs or something.
Yeah, it doesn't really like mesh in your mind. I can see Eric Adams